Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
Hey, good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D TV for today's date, July 5th, 2026. Hello, Brian. Hello, and happy birthday, America.
Absolutely.
How is everybody doing tonight? How you doing, Brian?
I'm good, man. By the way, look, check it out. I have all 10.
10 digits.
I have all 10. That's right, kids. How many people can say that today?
But anyway, yeah. So again, happy birthday, America! It was quite the holiday. Nice, warm, sweltering, humid.
Yeah.
But happy 250. Great fireworks show last night. But
oh my gosh, yeah.
Watched it from TV.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is Watson hates thunder. So when the fireworks were booming off between Saratoga and Schuylerville, he thought it was thundering out. Next thing you know, he's under my desk again. I'm like,
aww,
dude, it's just fireworks.
Aw, poor kid. Have you seen noise-canceling headphones for puppies?
Yeah, I thought about that, but he won't wear them.
No.
He's like, as you can see, I got very festive for the occasion.
That's a great picture of you, though, man. You clean up well. What else are you getting to?
Well, you never know. You know, I can end up doing that too. So that was the picture for the show tonight.
That's
going
all
around on social media. Nothing like taking advantage of a good meme to do a little promotion.
Me, myself, and I. Yeah, you know it. No, that's awesome. I love that. I'm
trying to adjust things a little bit so I can hear just a tad bit better.
Oh, and am I coming in soft or something?
No, I am. My own mic is. But now I have resolved my in-ear monitor problem. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, we got a hell of a show lined up for you tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's going to be a very interesting show. We do have, actually, it was kind of interesting in looking at the news this morning. I had come across the story, which I wasn't expecting to run. Just a brief announcement, and now we've turned it into a little more than that. And again, we have yet another person who allegedly, is allegedly in the cryptid field. I've never heard of the guy until today. So he's been, not that means much. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, so. But apparently this guy is an author.
I don't think this
I've never seen him on the talk circuit. I've never seen him anything like that. And again, it seems like, since I didn't get confirmation that he had seen the film from the publisher, it seems like another person talking out of turn who has not seen the film and trying to debate people and trying to argue a point that the evidence hasn't even been presented yet. So that's a very unfortunate thing. But you know what I did today, Brian?
What'd you do, Buff?
I mean, I know you were chasing down flying tables.
Oh my gosh! Just real quick, I do DJing before drive-in theaters, and Friday night I was there, and we had a storm blow in, and I got all my equipment off the end of the vehicle. That was great, except for my table, which was picked up by a wind gust of about 75 miles an hour. It flew about maybe 25 feet in the air and 1 foot behind somebody's F-150. If it had gone any further, it would have been in the back and probably through their windshield. So I have a guardian angel somewhere that's looking down on me that probably needed a stiff drink after that.
Jeez. Yeah, I definitely would say, I've been through, I've actually had a tornado at night cross in front of me in Fulton County, New York.
Really?
And it was maybe early 2019, mid 2019 during the during the tornado season.
Oh, yeah.
And Montgomery County is a couple of the counties in New York State which tend to get tornadic activity for some reason or another.
Right.
And I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I know there was tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, and these were warnings, not watches.
Right.
And I started to get really dark, and it was maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and it was pitch black out. And all of a sudden, I see all the trees just moving. And when you see the trees moving like that, not good. And this is while I'm on the New York State Thruway. It got so bad, I had to pull over. I pulled over.
Yeah.
Because it was just the whole car was rocking, and I felt the car like move a few inches a little bit, not actually picked up and moved, but it felt like it was moving a bit.
Yeah.
And I was worried because the Mohawk River, which is the river that runs from east to west in New York, or west to east, depending on which way you're going, was maybe 40, 50 feet away, and I was afraid, geez, could I be actually swept into the river? And I said a prayer, but it passed really quickly. And then I had to drive like 5 miles an hour for the next 7 or 8 miles, as there was just debris everywhere, down trees in the road. I had to drive, doing the fishtail round. So it was, and then of course they said, oh yeah, there was a tornado, and it was a night tornado. So that made it even scarier. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, those are the absolute scariest.
Just scariest I've ever been. I probably was within a couple hundred, within 100 yards of it.
Yeah. Yeah. When you get that kind of damage, and if you start to feel your vehicle move, you are a lot closer than you're supposed.
Yeah, that car was like, and at the time I didn't have the Bronco. I had I had the I had a Kia, not a Sorrento, but one of their. But anyway, it's a very low profile car.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's still getting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those things are. I'll tell you, man. It's when you get near those things, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. So I've been through earthquakes. I've been through a number of hurricanes, but I have not been in a tornado yet. But I've been through straight line winds.
Vester, we're going to be talking about that tonight, so stay tuned. So anyway, let's get right into all of this, and just to show you what I did today, I actually had my little 4th of July celebration today. My stepson was over, and we went out. We went on a journey today. We went down to the city of Albany because the first time in 30 years, Albany had an active duty United States destroyer show up.
And this thing is bad to the bone.
And we can take tours on it. So, but you had to get security clearance and all this wonderful stuff. So I got the tickets last week, and they put you on a list, and you got to, ID, you go through the metal detection, like all that fun stuff. And they do allow you to take some pictures in certain areas. And of course there we are up there. And that's just the front end of the ship there. Just an incredible kindness too. Everybody showed us there, and great time there. There's the 30 millimeter gun right there. So it was a really good time out there, and there's a better view of you don't think you're high up, but you go to the edge of that boat and you look down, you're about 4 stories up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in a bridge and the upper decking there, you're 5 and 6 stories up. It's pretty tall.
Yeah,
as you can see.
Yeah.
So
that thing is bad to the bone,
right.
Man.
It's got a helicopter hangar in it. It's got a landing deck on it. They pointed out the defense system on it, which is most likely a Vulcan gun with some missile systems and added to it, and the big radar turret to it. The radar bulb. No, this looks like to me the phalanx system.
It's definitely a phalanx gun. Yeah, definitely they run a phalanx.
So that was a lot of fun being out there today, and the tour was only about 30 minutes, and they take us to the galley, they take us to the hangar, the galley, and then from the galley we walk through the ship to the forecastle, and then we the forecastle is the front end of the ship. And we get to look at the guns. And there are 50 cal guns all over the place. With the deck where we were and the areas we were, they removed the 50 caliber guns and put the little socks over the tripod mounts. But on the upper decks, the 50 cals were in full display. But
those things are beautiful, man. That is a beautiful boat.
And relatively new. It was commissioned in 2023.
Yeah.
So not too bad. And in cruise, they say it's normal common to cruise anywhere from 75 to 100, depending on mission.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with those, you don't need a whole lot of people because so many of the systems are automated, but that thing can stay out at sea for.
Yeah, and it's also a shallow water destroyer.
Yeah.
So they don't have propellers; they have impellers on that sucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can get very close to the shoreline too.
Hey, can I throw something out real fast, Steve?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got an alert here on. I subscribe to the solar array that monitors solar storms. There's an X1 class solar storm that will be hitting us starting about midnight tonight and going through looks like Wednesday. So it could disrupt cellular communications, GPS signals, and other electronic equipment. So it just popped up on my screen. Yeah.
We'll all be on dial-up after.
Close enough, man. Close enough. We'll send a Fox, not a fax, but a Fox. So I apologize. That just popped up. So in case anybody's having issues with the internet, that could be the issue.
Or their cell phones. And thank you, Jason Finch, been a member of Squatch-D TV's membership area for 4 months. Thank you. Right. Anyway, let's get on to tonight's first article. And this was, again, let's go with the news as we use. Hangar1Publishing.com challenges Bigfoot hoax allegations. This was a press release released on June 30th, 2026 from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hangar One Publishing, renowned for its immersive paranormal nonfiction, some of it, is at the forefront of a heated debate over the authenticity of the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film, long considered evidence of Bigfoot's existence. The controversy was reignited by a recent released documentary from an independent filmmaker, which debuted at a major Austin film festival this spring. The filmmaker claims newly surfaced film reels proved the original footage was a trial run for the hoax. Well, that's putting it mildly. Maxim W. Furyk, whoever that is, a respected paranormal researcher and author, don't know him, The Lost Tribes of Bigfoot, has publicly refuted these allegations. Furyk argues that despite numerous scientific and academic reviews, no definitive evidence has been presented to discredit the Patterson-Gimlin film. He points to the published work of a tenured university primatologist and a veteran Hollywood special effects and creature design specialist, both of whom have defended the film's authenticity. Funk criticizes the documentary for failing to provide conclusive evidence, stating, "You can't have it both ways." The filmmaker needs to apply the same scrutiny to its own film as he demands of the original film and provide incontrovertible evidence that it's authentic. In Furyk's view, the documentary raises more questions than it answers and lacks the scientific rigor required to substantiate the claims. So let's stop right there for a minute because we have a little bit more to this. Well, number one, if he hasn't seen the film, isn't he making an assumption that they haven't put it through rigor? And what exact kind of scientific rigor that you want it to be put into,
right,
aside from having a chain of custody, which allegedly there is, in having an expert film developer confirm that its film was from 1968 stock?
Right.
What does he want people to do? prove that the Bigfoot's not real in the video or
Yes.
the film?
Yes,
Yeah, you're looking at two different objectives here. And this just shows his lack of investigative knowledge. Is that in the first film, the 1967 film, the objective was to prove or disprove that this was a Bigfoot. In this next film, it's already saying this is not a Bigfoot. This is a costume.
Right.
With the important factor is here, is it an authentic film? Did it come from Al Hodgson or Roger Patterson or Bob Gimlin? Did it come from them? And the chain of custody is what becomes important there.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy, are you still with us, Steve?
Yep.
Okay. You looked like you froze for a second there. No, this guy, I don't want to really speak ill, but this guy's full of it.
Right.
I call a spade a spade. Okay. This guy is basically just full of it.
Trying to sell some books. That's what he's trying to do. Get his name out there, sell some books. And even say more. The spokesperson for Hangar One Publishing states the integrity of paranormal research is at stake. Said Calvin N. Cube.
Yeah, that's a good name, isn't it?
I mean, it sounds like Maxim Furek and Calvin N. Cube. Sounds like these aren't even real names. Spokesperson for Hangar One Publishing, we stand by our authors and their commitment to uncovering the truth, no matter how elusive it may be.
Right.
And I think that's being a little bit over dramatic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Loch Ness mystery had its surgeon photo. That didn't kill Loch Ness research.
No.
It's just one piece of the evidence. Worst case scenario. Right? Worst case scenario, it debunks the Patterson Gimlin film, we move on.
Right.
You know, that's the worst case scenario. It's only one case out of how many thousands of Bigfoot cases?
I mean, we actually know Bigfoot exists. That's the thing. We know.
And in no way does this debunk our methodology or anything like that. I mean, is it something we need to institutionally look at going forward? Yes. But that's what we should be doing all the time. We should always be reviewing our processes, because I'll tell you what, folks. The last how many years we've been doing this, we still haven't solved the mystery yet, have we?
Right.
So maybe it's we do start taking a look at ourselves institutionally to see where we're going wrong, because something is wrong.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Calm down, Steve. Blood pressure.
I'm fine. I'm having fun. This is fun. Furyk has challenged the filmmaker to a public debate. Oh, come on. Emphasizing the need for transparency and scientific inquiry. Oh, yeah. Like his book, The Lost Tribes of Bigfoot, which in a nutshell is Furyk's book. By contrast to my own Bigfoot research, this book would likely differ substantially from my own methodology, because my work emphasizes forensic interviewing, witness credibility, primatology, biological evidence, acoustics, physical trace evidence, and elimination of alternate explanations. Whereas Furyk's book, by contrast, is primarily an exploration of the human experience surrounding Bigfoot and is more open to the paranormal and consciousness-based interpretations than a strictly biological model. It appears aimed at understanding the phenomena through multiple lenses rather than building a zoological case. So,
Mind if I boil that down real fast?
Yes.
I'm going to boil it down for everybody. I'm going to keep it at a third grade level, okay? He's all about that woo.
Right.
That's it. He's just about the woo. I mean, literally.
And you know what? It seems like he's trying to, they're trying to traipse on the Patterson Gimlin film. And this is fear-mongering.
Yeah.
If this is proved wrong, what they're trying to say is the whole Bigfoot thing is wrong. And that's not what the filmmakers are saying. They've actually said that several times. It just has nothing to do with the Bigfoot mystery. It just has to do with this film. Nothing. You know, if people have seen these things, it is what it is. And they're not trying to debase the Bigfoot mystery, and they don't even mention, from what I understand, they don't even mention the Bigfoot mystery as a whole there, and what, other than what it may do to some people. I mean, To me, this is an alarmist's review. But, Ferrick will continue to advocate for the authenticity of the Patterson-Gimlin film at the upcoming blah, blah, blah conference in Pennsylvania on August 15th. Yeah.
What he's doing, Steve, is this.
The Lost Tribes of Bigfoot offers a unique perspective on the film. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, no. What he's doing is he's trying to tie his coattails to a standing thing where people believe that the Patterson-Gimlin film. Wow, I can't even say that fast.
So
he's trying to say that he's tying his coattails to that, or he's riding on their coattails, because he says, well, my book says that they're correct, and so you need to read my book to get the right information, because my book and it's all about the book. I'm like, why does it have to be all about your book? Why don't you try to do some real research? Get out there and do it on your own. I mean, this guy was apparently a psychologist.
Yeah.
And are you ready for this? A rock psychologist. Uh-huh. Right.
Anyway, couple of questions out there, and I want to get to them real quick. I just need to do a little house cleaning in the studio. There we go. So Mike Phillips asked, what do you think of Snake, the Bigfoot hunter? We've already covered Snake on this channel. If you look actually it was about a year ago that Steve and along with my good buddy Ken Gerhardt, we went out to the New York State Fair to see Snake, and we did a whole video on that, and we break it all down right there. So check that one out. Yes, it's not real. It's not at all. And he kind of told us what he's trying to do is encourage. He's an artist, so it's kind of his way of trying to encourage young people to think outside the box. At least that's what he told us privately. So anyway, Patrick Collins says, I don't need the PG film to believe one to prove it by running across the road from me. Absolutely. And finally, no idea. I listened to Bill Munn since it was filled into the documentary, and based solely on what he said, it sounds like it's a recreation. So let me talk to you about that real quick. And as an investigator, and maybe you just don't understand criminal psychology a bit, and please don't take this the wrong way, but if this was a recreation? Why? I mean, it was produced to prove that the Patterson-Gimlin film was real and it wasn't a suit. Get out of there. I know what you're doing. Get out. Get out. I don't know what the dog's doing all of a sudden. But anyway, where was I? Sorry, the dog is, come on, scrap. He's yes. So if the film was done to prove something, like, this proves that the Patterson-Gimlin film wasn't real, it was done after the fact, then why hide it for all these years? Why hide it?
Right.
Why not show it? Makes no sense. Why would you create a recreation film to prove something and prove it, allegedly, and not show it?
Yeah, it should have come out like right after.
Right.
Okay, you guys are saying this. Well, okay.
And the other thing too, it proves they had a Bigfoot suit then.
Right.
Right. That's even more proof they had a Bigfoot suit. So to me, that explanation makes no sense in the world. Makes about as much sense as M.K. Davis saying that, they massacred all these Bigfoot, but yet produced a film to everybody to show. Well, if you killed a bunch of Bigfoot and you're trying to hide it, you wouldn't show the film where you actually did the crime.
Right.
Right? So
right.
None of it makes sense, and that's what people think. They're running from passion. They're running from belief. And this guy has the nerve to talk about in his book, right? He looks at the books from collective belief. Drawing on his background in psychology, Freer explores the ideas including collective belief. Well, you're falling for the collective belief. Pattern recognition. Well, in this case, it's Patterson recognition, right? Archetypes, right?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, you want to talk about collective belief. There you go. And that is the problem, is that people cannot look at these things outside of the collective belief. Look at it independently through your own mind, through your own filter of reality, not what you want to believe. And believe me, you'll see some things. No, you won't. Now, I'm not saying that the film was authentic. I haven't yet to see this documentary. I have not made, but some of these arguments, again, without seeing the evidence, they're straw arguments. Right? They're nothing but straw arguments because they haven't seen the film. Now, I reached out to Hangar One Publishing earlier today, or actually this morning, and sent them an email asking if Mr. Furyk had seen the actual documentary. I did not get a response. I'm assuming he did not see the documentary. Otherwise, from what we understand, there is a bit of chain of evidence going on that's in the documentary. That was from the director, Mark Evans, in one of his interviews.
Right. Yeah, I'm at a loss with this.
But Mick, again, simple answer, Steve. The recreation could have been for Roger's documentary, and that proves he had a Bigfoot suit. That proved he had a Bigfoot suit. So if he did it before the Patterson-Gimlin film, he had a Bigfoot suit before the Patterson-Gimlin film. Yeah, it could have been a recreation for his film, but it also could have been, yeah, we're going to make that for the film, but then we turn around and we use it for the real thing, you know? So, yeah, again, that makes none of that debunks anything.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. People don't get that. That no matter how you put it, that puts a suit in their hands before or afterwards.
Right.
Right.
Right. I just, like I said, I don't get this whole thing with this whole trying to debunk the debunk.
And why didn't Bob Gimlin say something about it? It's been 60 some odd years. Right? Oh, we forget that. Bob Gimlin in all his lectures, all his speeches, never said once, well, I know, Roger and I, we had a costume and we actually shot that because, Bob was part of that. Bob was part of that documentary series.
Right. The suit doesn't look anything like Patty. Yeah, that's true.
So you reached out to someone on a Sunday of a holiday weekend, though. Did you really think they would respond?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They put out a press release, and guess what? There's a lot of people responding to me today, too. In fact, people were calling me all weekend. So, yeah, sometimes I do, because this is not a Monday through Friday type of job. So, maybe for some it is. I don't know. So, yeah, did I expect them to respond? Did I say that voraciously, or did I say that maliciously? No, they didn't respond. Did I expect them to? Maybe. Because guess what? I've talked to a lot of event organizers today, and I've talked to a couple of my colleagues today, and it's Sunday, and it's a holiday weekend. Everybody's got, you see these things? They're called smartphones. It means you get your email no matter where you are.
And
right?
Steve, if I may, I worked in the news media for quite a while, and I will tell you right now, if you put out a PR like that, a press release like that, then yeah, you should be responding to everyone that comes in ASAP. So your phone should be blowing up and you should be responding. That's why you put the press release out there. And it doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, whenever the heck it is when that comes in, you should respond.
Right.
And that's
so,
the way it works.
Ron, when you say without a chain of custody that can be validated, confirmed, there's nothing. Well, what do you actually mean by confirmed? Confirmed by whom? All we have is the story. It went from this woman who got it from her father's safe, went to the filmmaker, and the experts all looked at it together, and then it went to print. So obviously it depends on the person that found it in the safe. Simple as that. And there seems to be no denying it. I mean, Munch doesn't deny that this is not an authentic film, but just when, right? So it's not even like Munch is denying this is an authentic film. So, and Boris says Bigfoot takes weekends off.
Yes.
Boris, I have no idea where Zorth went. But anyway.
Continue.
I'm continuing. Okay. But on that note, I do have a Capturing Bigfoot update. And this is an official statement from one of our sources. Some final details are working out, including the official release date, which are still being worked out. However, they are they are planning on an October release to the film, likely mid-October to late in the month. Probably, I dare say, to coincide with the anniversary of the Patterson-Gimlin film.
You think?
So that's what's going on there. That's where it's going. So October's going to be the date, just a few months away.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's going to be there.
You really think?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Really?
Yep.
All right. All I'm saying is that there could be a mishap per se with the film, and somehow there's an issue where it was destroyed by rain. And
trust me, there's more than one copy of the film, and it's probably already in the hand of the distributor. So yeah, it's a done deal, and the film exists because people have seen it. So let's not try to get into the tinfoil hat and with the guys in the black suits running around. Because you know what, if the guys in the black suits did exist in this particular field, they would have shown this film 30 years ago.
Exactly. So I can hear it now, this Christmas coming live, capturing Bigfoot.
No, it'll be coming in October. That made a lot of sense to me when I heard first hour. So what I did was I reached out to my one source that I have in that camp.
Yeah.
You know that source is? I got it directly from the director.
Good source.
Yeah. So they're planning on a mid-October to an October release, likely mid to late in the month.
Okay.
So, I just asked him a simple question. Hey, any idea? We've been hearing internet rumors that it's coming out here. I just wanted to confirm. And we got a confirmation.
If they do it right, they'll actually bring it out around Halloween, quite honestly, because something like this would go right along the lines with Halloween and right along that kind of, people would be in a festive mood for Halloween, and it would be basically like another Boggy Creek situation. Oh, let's go watch this movie.
But trust me, I will be scrutinizing the crap out of that film.
Yeah.
I will be. Because I would love nothing more than the Patterson-Gimlin film to be the real thing.
Right.
But as an investigator, I have to go, okay, now I have to take my belief and my hopes for that film, set that aside, and work both sides of the fence. And I've heard arguments on both sides of the fence, which are, Mick, it will appear in public. Okay, I'm talking out of my ass, folks. I just said that it will be released in mid-October to late October.
How many screens do you think it'll be released on? Or will it be actually in theaters?
It'll be in a streaming platform.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Okay. Because I was going to say, how would because again, working with the drive-in and a couple other theaters, I was wondering to get that onto a big screen. That would take some firepower.
Yeah. It's gonna go to probably a streaming service.
Okay. Well, that's where a lot of stuff's going now, anyway. So. Yeah. But I was just surprised, because that's why when you said it was going to be released, I'm thinking of myself.
Could it be shown on A&E or one of the networks? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could it be a Paramount Network documentary? I don't know. Discovery. Don't know.
Okay. Do you think they'd make it a pay-per-view?
No, it'll be.
Okay. I didn't know if they were going to try and make money off it and do it like a pay-per-view type situation.
No, usually though, if you like Prime, a Prime distributorship usually happens pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right. It's just up in Prime now. Boom, done.
Okay.
Right. Whereas, unless it's, my guess would be Netflix or A&E or Discovery or History or.
Actually, Roku's a big one now.
Yeah. Well, Roku just is getting bought out by Fox, I believe now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So yeah, there's a possibility. I did not delve in or push any more than just saying, "Hey, I'm just looking for release time," because it'll be all over the place once it gets released. We're just looking for a time frame. And I heard some internet rumors, and they said, well, I'm hearing that it's going to be sometime in October, but nobody had said with any specificity. So,
I know that you say it's going to be released. I get it, but I have one dubious bone.
Well, you know what? The problem is, again, collective belief. Everybody's hoping and wanting and wishing that this thing never existed.
No, I want it to exist.
But
I want it to exist.
It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out.
Take a look.
And you're gonna see another. It'll be released on CNN.
MSN now. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear at you.
Foul.
Sorry,
no politics. But anyway, let's press on. Because there are three recent Bigfoot sightings of note. One of the more recent Bigfoot sightings occurred in East Texas on June 12th this year in Upshur County. The witness was driving on Highway 80 between Big Sandy and Wilkins. It was 1:20 a.m. on Friday, June 12th, 2026. It stepped out of the woods on the eastbound side like it was going to cross the road. I had my brights on, and I saw it clear as day. When it saw my headlights, it turned facing me. As it turned back into the woods, the face still looking in my direction as if it took one stride back into the woods. Witness described the creature as having matted brownish red hair with an ape-like nose. He described it being as 7 to 8 foot tall and about 3 to 4 feet wide at the chest. So,
all right. Sounds about right.
So that was on June 12th. That's not too long, less than a month ago. So it's good to get some of those sightings in there.
I know here in Ohio, there's been a lot of talk about people hearing things now, and it's been in and around the Salt Fork area. Of course, people have been hearing a lot now. But
okay.
Sorry.
So Mick had said, sorry, not to interrupt.
Nope, please.
But I just saw this. I heard Steve, but I also heard when they announced it would be streaming in a while, and that was internet rumor that started that. That was never confirmed. In fact, before it had even streamed, before the date had come up on the that it allegedly was supposed to be streamed, the director had said, no, that's completely false. It's not going to be streamed on Tubi, because originally there was a lot of things saying, oh, it's going to be on Tubi or one of the services. I forget. Was it Tubi or it was another?
It was Tubi.
Huh?
It's Tubi.
It was Tubi. Yep.
Yeah, it was Tubi.
Right. Hey, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be on Tubi. It's going to be on Tubi. And it took off on the internet, and it was never confirmed. And when we actually went to the confirmation, the director said, no, it's not going to be on Tubi. We don't have a distribution deal yet.
Well, even Tubi came out.
So that was actually debunked before the date it came out. In fact, we had made mention of that on the show.
Yeah.
Just before the stream date had come up, because I believe that the stream date was supposed to be on a Thursday, and we had a show on Wednesday, and we had said, well, we're hearing it's not supposed to be on, so don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
That the director has come out and said, no, they don't have a distribution deal. We can always check, but so we had already called that one off. So that was pure internet rumor, because for whatever reason, somebody had put a description on Tubi, and the director was like, I have no idea where that came from. And that's true, because it was still involved in some of the film festivals. So you wouldn't stream it and still have it in film festivals. Usually things go to film festivals, and then they go to where they want to go, either streaming platforms or picked up by networks, et cetera, et cetera. Not being streamed while it's still being shown at film festivals. That's not how that works. So something was fakakta there for some reason, and I don't know. Goddamn started the rumor, but goddamn it, it was not there.
There he is.
Anyway.
Rabbi Steve.
And you should be so lucky, you bastards. Anyway, what do you know from lucky, you bastard? Anyway.
I love it.
So anyway,
yeah, have a bagel, Steve.
I'm going to have a nosh.
with a schmear, yeah.
A little schmear.
But yeah, in Mineral City, just to let you know, Mineral City, there has been reports of people hearing something that because I just saw this right here. Hang on a minute. In Ohio, the barred owls are screaming at the owlets now. Yeah, they are. But I did hear that in Mineral City, there are a lot of people that have been reporting hearing.
Talk for a second, Brian. I gotta grab something real quick.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys are familiar with Mineral City here in Ohio, apparently there's been a lot of reports about soundings in the area, and some of the folks that have been going out just camping and whatnot have heard a lot of very large things crashing through the woods. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's happening, because I personally believe a lot of them are moving towards Salt Fork, because that's a nursery, so that's where they're going to rear their young, and then they go out from there. So, but if let me see, if you ever heard the owl scream, yeah, to this one right now, Rhonda, you could not be more accurate if you tried. Yeah, those things, especially when you're out at like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're in the woods, you can't see your hand in front of your face. Yeah, that's kind of that's like scaring the bejeebus out of you. So been there on that one. But yeah, Mineral City has been a very, very active area for sounds recently. So I'm hoping to get out there actually with a recorder, because I'm setting up my laptop with the Adobe system, and then I've got 4 really nice condenser mics. So I want to set them around my truck. I'm going to look like a complete moron, but I'll be able to record really well.
So I see Lester says, "Oh, I can't believe there's the Bigfoot documentary without you in it, Steve." Yeah, sometimes it is like that. I'll go to some place. Oh, I watched you on YouTube last night, or I saw you on TV last night, or always something. And then with the new season of The Proof Is Out There is coming up soon, and I'll be on that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me that.
Because I'm on the Bigfoot panel with The Proof Is Out There. This is my 3rd season with them.
Oh, I didn't know you were actually on the panel. I thought they just randomly chose people. Wow.
Oh, I'm on the panel, yeah.
Is that why we all have to stand up when you step into the room?
No.
Okay.
No. No. Although my father said I should have been a stand-up comedian. You know why? I stand up and everybody laughs.
Comedy.
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. I told that joke. And Rhonda is keying on the sound thing. That's going to be plenty of alleged footage out there. We need to demonstrate vocal whip don't match any known species.
Right.
And let me just right with you there. That's going to be part of it. If it gets scientists to become interested in it, the only problem is getting scientists interested in it. And that's the amazing thing, because here's something I have learned throughout Project Farstalker. And so there's little news break. Scientists, if it's not their own shite, a lot of them are just not interested.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're very self-centered. Very self-centered, and that's a problem. Yeah. That we do need more scientists that are out there that are willing to get out there and actually participate and play well with others. And we don't have a lot of that right now.
Rhonda, I agree 10,000%. They could confirm that there is an unknown species out there. Pretty sure we have that. Let me just say that, because spinning our wheels right now, and I know I got another member of the team trying to reach out to scientists, and he's running against the same thing I am. Just here it is. Here it is.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to respond.
Well, they don't want to.
40, 50 emails, nothing back.
Yeah, they don't want to, because they're afraid that it's gonna make them look bad, or it's going to be, whatever. But here's the thing. Let's say you're the one that
And the funny thing is, I'm not even posing it under. I'm using a completely anonymous email.
Mm-hmm.
Using my name, not saying what I'm doing. I said, we have these things that we want examined. We don't know what it is, what it could be. We're looking for help. Nobody's interested. Not a one.
Right. Hey, if I could,
no, you're very good there, Rhonda. I'm with you.
If I could do this one real fast, finding the trackway. Yeah, Middle City's just down the road. My wife actually is from New Philadelphia, and so we drive through Mineral City every now and again. And she, being in New Philly and in Tuscarawas, which I can actually pronounce that right. It's not Tuscarawas. Tuscarawas. It's not. That's Barbo Wawa. Okay, so but yeah, apparently in that area there's been a lot going on, and I think a lot of it is picked up because of the strip mining that they just started in that area, and all of a sudden things kicked off. It's immediately after the strip mining kicked off, but it's really, there's been a lot of soundings, and there's been a lot of not sightings per se, but people are hearing things crashing through the woods a lot more. And it's not black bear, because the black bear do crash through the woods there on occasion, but the people are saying that they're hearing more and more of it. So I'm wondering if where they're doing the strip mining, again, they basically knocked down an entire area that was a home for Sasquatch, and now they're trying to find new homes and whatnot. They're scrambling to find new territory. So, because the strip mine that they just put in out there is absolutely massive. I mean, it's huge.
Do you have to tip the miners because it's strip mining?
Yeah. No, Steve, they're miners.
Oh, sorry.
But no, it's something. It's really something. So yeah, I think that's going to be an area that's going to be a hotbed for a little while, because I think they're all looking for new territory. They're looking for new homes. Don't get me started. Oh man, though.
Are you ready for another Bigfoot sighting?
Please do, sir.
Okay, so the next sighting we have up here is a sighting in Idaho. A second Bigfoot encounter happened on June 13th. At the Deadwood Reservoir, just north of Boise, Idaho. A person was hiking above the dam when he saw a slight movement up a hill about 60 to 70 yards away. Stopped to watch for a moment, thinking it might be a bear or mountain lion. And after watching for about a minute, the animal stood up on two legs and briefly looked towards the witness, then turned uphill and began to quickly walk. He lost sight of it after about 15 to 20 seconds. What he saw looked to be between 5 and 6 feet tall, with a long reddish hair. Its head was tall, and its neck looked like it wasn't there. Just a head sitting on a human-like shoulders. He didn't see a lot of the facial features other than the face was covered in hair. Witness also wrote that his brother had always claimed to have had a sighting in 1991 above McCall, Idaho, but always laughed at him and teased him, and he was full of you know what. So now he's not so sure.
Right.
So very interesting. So that's sighting number 2. And again, Idaho seems to be another area of sightings where there's a lot going down every once in a while now. And if you've been to Idaho, it's a very, very interesting state, because it's kind of the crossroads of, Wyoming and the Pacific Northwest and Montana and, and the Four Corners area too, bordering, I believe, Colorado and Utah, maybe.
Yep. Well, one of the things that particular area is known for, it is a high area of strangeness, actually. And a lot of the folks that have gone, they're go camping up there quite often, and they don't come back. Must be fun potatoes. Yeah. He likes freedom fries, not French fries, freedom fries.
Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting fact. Don't ask me to find Wyoming on the state map. It's the only damn state I can't find. It's like, where the hell is Wyoming?
Well, it's kind of
and I've been through Wyoming too.
It's kind of squatchy. That's why you can't find it.
Well, it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
It is in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, there's Kansas nearby, Iowa nearby, and it's like it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's like Wyoming. Where the hell is Wyoming?
It's squished somewhere between Iowa and Idaho.
Exactly. It's kind of like the afterthought. We got a state? Yeah, why not? Wyoming. Okay, good. We're good.
Why Wyoming?
Well, why not Wyoming? It's the blurry one on the map. Well done.
Jeez. Oh, and finally, and Mick, stand up straight for this one. Just a couple of days later, on June 15th and June 16th, witness reported a Bigfoot sighting at Spectacle Lake in a Madawaska Valley in Ontario, Canada. On both days, the campers heard tree knocking and said there are no cottages across the lake, and we were the only campers. The next night, we heard tree knocks very close to our cottage. We also experienced blue and pink orbs. Okay.
So the mushrooms they had did not do anything
Right.
to any of this, right?
They felt the presence but could not see anything. How did this one get in here? Get out of here. Out of here with that one. How'd that report sneak in there?
Imagine, if you will, you're up in Canada and you're having yourself a good time. Unfortunately, now Bigfoot enters the scene. So yeah, that's. But seriously though, I mean, it's amazing.
So we had two good sightings. The last one.
Yeah.
So we started seeing pink orbs and blue orbs and
Yellow stars, green clovers.
well, fires can throw out some nice colorful sparks depending on what you're burning in the fire.
Right. But no, I tell you, it's something a lot of people. Again, I've been kind of going down some rabbit holes, so I apologize, Steve. But a lot of folks with the solar storms that are coming, because we've got the X class that's hitting tomorrow, and then there was another CME that happened yesterday that's going to be hitting us towards the end of the week. So it's back to back CMEs. And during those times, apparently there's been a lot more of the soundings. I don't know about sightings too much, but a lot of people are hearing soundings now in a number of different areas. So, I mean, of course, I know as much about this as I do quantum thermal physics. I mean, you
Jay,
are this.
Thank you so much, Jay. We appreciate that so much. Appreciate it.
Dude, thanks, Jay.
Too much, man. Too much. So anyway, we've come to the part of the show where I said that there was going to be sightings and channel updates. So last Monday night, we did have some, just to get over that, we did have some technical difficulty with our forensic interviewing class last Monday night. That has been again corrected, and we will have the class tomorrow night. But there's some things that Brian, and that even Chris Bennett, yes, I've been speaking to Chris Bennett every week. Every weekend. He is doing very well. He's enjoying his time off, getting a lot of things done around the house, doing some engine rebuilds, having some fun.
I miss Chris.
And he will be back. You just need some time off, and you get burned out doing this thing. Mind you, I've taken my own breaks, and I haven't had a break I haven't had really a break since 2020, somewhere in there. So I've been going pretty strong. And believe it or not, this July 19th will serve as beginning our 7-year anniversary of being on YouTube. We came on YouTube in July of 2019.
I'm going to send you one of those giant Kit Kats.
But even more amazing is September 24th this year will be the 20th anniversary of Squatch Detective Radio / Squatch-D TV.
Dude, that's amazing.
20 years podcasting this topic.
That's amazing, Steve. The retirement program for this has got to be awesome.
Yeah, there's no retirement plan at all. Now, retirement plan? So, no. Retirement plan. So anyway, but so this coming weekend, I had an option of totally at my cost, going to Pennsylvania, where I'm not speaking, or going to the International Cryptozoology Museum. I was asked to be there at the grand opening to talk about my Bigfoot encounters and, sell some of my books and be an author that's there. And I was very honored that Lauren would have me out there. I thought that was really cool. And I'll be out there with Lauren and Craig Woolheater, and I think Dave McCullough from Squatch will be out there as well, as amongst a few other people. So I'm really honored to be there. I can't wait to go. That's going to be this Saturday and Sunday. So there will be no show next Sunday, as I will be traveling back home Sunday night. I'm only staying, I think I'm staying Saturday into Sunday night. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'm staying Friday and Saturday. We got to figure it out. That is one of the little channel updates we have. So there'll be no Sunday show next week. I will, however, be coming on Friday. And there's a big reason why I'll be coming on Friday, either solo if I know Brian has gigs on Friday nights, his big day.
Yeah, well, actually, this Friday I'm not at the movie theater, which is great. And my radio show on wolfrockradio.com starts at 4 o'clock and goes till 6 p.m. Shameless plug.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And you'll be available then. So maybe you can come on.
So there's a very good. Well, the wife is having a sleepover with my goddaughter and one of the kids that she was a nanny for. So what I'll do is I'll lock myself in this room and say, please pray for me.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
Thank you. Hallelujah. So, yes, I think it'll happen. Let's do a Friday.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm sorry, Susie Monster, I was planning, but I realized I wasn't speaking, and I haven't spoken up sooner about that. It was just a matter of what's closer, and it's just a matter of things. And usually when you have a mixed event with paranormal and now storm chasing and this, usually my book sales are not that great. So and the fact is, I'm not a very rich person, not especially now, not at the moment. That it'd be a lot of bucks to go down to Pennsylvania, because of the drive and everything. Whereas it's actually a quicker drive for me to get up to Maine than it is to Pennsylvania. And, again, there's, no lodging, no fees, no nothing. And just hopefully I can sell a few books at a mixed event in Pennsylvania. And by no means, I'm going to miss all you guys. And there's a good reason why I kind of have to stick to home. And Brian knows this. I have a big announcement to make tonight.
You guys should all be very proud. If I'm gonna stop this one for a sec, Steve. You guys should all be very, very proud of Steve Kulls right now, because this man, he's doing the right thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, this guy is going to make a difference in a lot of people's lives, not just here, but what he's going to be doing. He's going to make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So take it away, brother. I could not be prouder of you.
No, thank you. So right now I have no idea what my schedule will be like starting on July 14th. But I have been hired by my county sheriff's department. Yeah. So tomorrow I actually am doing my
onboarding,
collecting uniforms, and I will be, first day on the job will be a week from Tuesday. So I'm cleaning up what I have investigation-wise for my other company. And then I have a nice 4-day weekend. And I start a week from Tuesday.
Dude, you're going to make such a difference in people's lives. You seriously are, man. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I'm not fangirling or anything, but I think this is
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And what a great department it is. Really some great folks.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the show schedule is going to look like going forward. Because I don't know, number one, what shift I'll be on and what my schedule is. I know I got to go to the academy, and there's all kinds of different things going on. So we will be we'll be dealing with that on a week-to-week basis, apparently, until I can get some semblance. And I will know some stuff tomorrow night. But and you know, for those that are in my class, the class is all set to go for tomorrow night. So that's a bit of good news.
Boris.
No, Boris.
Yeah, I want to see that too, actually. No, but I'll tell you, I think it's great that you're doing this, Steve. And,
Well, I am starting in the jail,
yeah.
and that's fine. You know, the beautiful thing is you know where I am. It's a 5-year investment to get a pension in the New York State law enforcement system.
Right.
So once I'm there 5 years, I have a pension. So it kind of matches up perfectly with retirement age.
Yep.
You know, I could put in a good 7 to 10 years and call it a career and have a pension to boot. So,
And then he can come out and be Charlie from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Be Steve's Angels.
That's right.
I think that'd be fantastic. No, but
So
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's going to be great for you, man. I think it's going to be great.
So that's the whole thing. And I'll tell you what, it was a whirlwind because 2 months ago, this wasn't even on my horizon. And it was about 6 weeks ago when I saw the call out. I did the application. I got called up. I went through the process. I went through the psych tests. I went through the paneled interview. And here I am. And I still have some things to go. I still got to take the written test, which in New York, it's very different now. And very not too difficult. And then I just got to go through because I'm getting a provisional hiring. So I just got to pass the physical agility stuff, which is not an issue on any of the stuff. The running is a piece of cake. It's not an endurance run. It's a even though they call it an endurance run, it's only 3 football fields long. So I can make that.
Yeah.
No problem. And the weight stuff, piece of cake. Oh yeah, and there's, not only that, but you also have the New York State health system.
Yep.
Because everything at the county levels is, and even the local city levels, if it's through the government, it's administered by the state. So, and they have some pretty primo stuff for the state. So,
yeah, I really think this is going to be good for you, Steve. I really do.
Well, it comes to the point where, I don't know how many years I've turned down a lot of things because I wanted to have my mobility, my freedom, my stuff for this field. And it's come to the point where my stuff is not necessarily peaked, but I got to be thinking of my financial future. And I only got a few years left to work before somebody says, excuse me, before somebody goes, Mr. Kulls, it's time for you to retire. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, because I feel like I was when I was 30 years old. People who know me, people who see me, you see me run around the stuff. I act like I'm a 30-year-old. I have the energy of a 30-year-old, and I'm in my late 50s now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're doing this at the right time for you, and that's what it's supposed to be. So
when they looked at me, they were like, they were blown away by my age. They're like, what? You're not that old.
Oil of Olay, it can help you look younger too. No, but I mean, one of the things that keeps you young, though, Steve, is this. It's because you've gone out and you've done what you loved. And if you do what you love, you never truly work a day in your life. And that means you don't have the stress that other people do for a lot of that kind of work.
And I will say this. Since my neck injury, I haven't been doing the things I love. I was forced out of driving the ambulance.
Yeah.
That was my retire. All right, I'll drive the ambulance, get to run the reds, get to, get to get on these scenes and, some excitement. Didn't mind. I was there 2.5 months, and I got one of the best shifts out there, even though it was a union job. Nobody wanted to be at that station, and I knew that was the station that, number one, was closest to me, and number two was the roast remote station. Nobody wanted to go there. I went there. I got a Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. schedule.
Can't ask for better than that.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, can't ask for better than that.
And so what if I get held over an hour here or there? That's overtime, right? Then my neck gets messed up.
Yeah.
Right. So that took me out for it. Then I took a job that I liked. It was, but it was a Tuesday through Saturday job. And for a long time, it was a Monday through Saturday job. So they kept me on 6 days a week for 1.5 years.
That's the worst.
But I managed to do it all. I still managed to maintain everything I was doing here. Doing a show 3 days a week, working 6 days a week, right? And I still maintained it.
Yeah.
Then I decided, let me go into investigation. And here's where the budgetary process comes in. Is that, I'm making a great dollar per hour change versus what I was doing.
Right.
Problem is the work is very patchwork and piecemeal.
Yeah.
And there's just weeks where you try to put stuff together to make your days long, but it gets very tiring when you're driving 5 hours to one place to do a case for an hour and then drive, back. And now 6 hours of your day is gone. I'm pretty wiped after that drive and all that brain work, right?
Yeah, windshield time does drag it out of you.
Well, not only that, you get very relaxed. You're driving back, you're listening. Now you get home, I want to eat something, and then and you're working out of your home. So, it wasn't as lucrative as working the 40 was.
Yeah.
So I had to reconsider, and I'd been looking for a managerial type position in that, and I applied for 3 promotional jobs, and I got interviewed for one, which I determined I did not want that job. Right. And the other 2, they didn't bother interviewing me for. So at the same time, I had this application going on with the sheriff's department. I had another application with another investigation company, which they wanted to hire me. Yeah. Or they wanted to interview me this week for a coordinator position, which would have been sweet. But you know what? Done. I have what I need. I have what I wanted to do. Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand. I turned down a sheriff's department job 35 years ago.
Because it wasn't the right one.
Because somebody had talked me into becoming a paramedic and being a life in paramedicine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they promoted somebody over me that was a real jerk.
Yeah.
And he got to the point where he was riding everybody, and I said, you know what? I'm done. I was working part-time loss prevention. I'm going back to being full-time loss prevention. Keep it. You can have it. And because I quit, they fired him. Because the owner didn't want me to quit. And he said, please don't quit over him. I said, I'll think about it. And then I quit. So I just can't deal with him.
Yeah.
So you know what? We're not losing another good person because you're fired.
Right. Right. Well, it's funny because right now, so I help people write resumes. That's one of the things that I like to do because I love writing resumes. And so I've helped a number of people write resumes, and it's funny when I see a lot of their work experiences and I say, they tell me the job that they're applying for. And I'm like, is this really the job that you want? Or is this just something you're settling for?
Right.
And a lot of times I hear, well, it's kind of what I need something right now. I got to settle for. I'm like, no, don't settle. Don't settle. Let me rewrite your resume. Let me show you what needs to be done and send this out to the jobs that you want. Right. And it works. It's like what you did.
You know what? The delivering meds wasn't a bad gig.
Yeah.
But it wasn't lucrative enough. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't. It's not where I wanted to be.
It's spotty.
Nice job,
Yeah.
Okay hours. I'm working 5.5 hours a day, but I was working 6 days a week a lot of times.
Yeah,
And then I got myself cut down to 5 days a week. That kind of cuts into your pay a little bit.
A little bit.
And then I realized, you know what? I'm going to move on to a better paying job. And then, you find out that, it's not, a lot of times and I should know better. I've done these jobs before.
Yeah.
And I went in to see if I can make it work. And truthfully, yeah, they did give me a lot of work, but, it's like I still wanted more.
Right.
I wanted something steady.
Right.
And the problem was, they gave me some good work and plenty of work, but the money was,
yeah.
Yeah. If you have a couple of bad weeks, now you're sitting there scratching your head. Well, I got to rob Peter to pay Paul and all that fun stuff. So, here it is. I said, well, you know what? I've always wanted to do this. I was always regretting turning it down 35 years ago because I turned down a job. I turned down that job.
Hey, Steve, check that out.
No, I don't want to be DoorDash.
I can see Steve DoorDashing. Here's your stuff.
Can I? You believe it or not? Before I got the job with the med delivery, I did that for a little bit.
You did not.
Had to make ends meet.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean, you just can't not have a job.
Yeah.
And I believe it or not, I didn't do too awful.
Yeah, I mean, you can do well at it, but I can. Here's your stuff. Go away.
It was just a very bad job.
Yeah,
and that lasted a whole month. But then I got in with the ambulance, and that's where I wanted to be.
Gotcha.
Right, and then that didn't pan out because of my neck injury.
Yeah,
and it took me a long time to get fully recovered from that.
Right.
Now what I have to look forward to in the next 5-6 weeks is getting back into that gym and getting my muscularity back up and everything back up to where I was. So there's going to be a regimen change in my eating habits, and a lot more proteins, a lot less carb.
Steve, I think if you took that,
believe it or not, I'm on my last pack and a half of these. And I've been on Chantix enough time, and I was going to quit July 1st. A lot of stress came up the last few days.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start. This is it. Perfect. Tomorrow rolls into Monday. These will be gone by the mid-afternoon tomorrow.
By the way, when you do quit that, you'll be saving over $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Literally, you will be saving over $1,000 a month.
No, I don't spend that much. Well, now I smoke even less because of the Chantix.
Right.
Now it's just habit and because I like doing it, but I know I got to quit. Just like, I'd love to have a drink every day of the week, but I don't because it's not good for you. It's not good for it's not good for the diabetes.
That I can't agree to.
I hate goat milk and I hate goat cheese. Thank you. No, what I do is I put muscle milk powder into soy milk because it's all low sugar and low carb.
Yeah.
And I drink that, and then I also add some creatine into that, and I go work out, and then I rehydrate, usually with the powder, a 0-calorie Powerade or a 0-calorie Gatorade, and I put some glutamine into that, which is a recovery.
Glutamine is great.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Glutamine is great, but stay away from almond milk. And here's why: because almond milk has 2,500 times the amount of estrogen in it than normal milk. Any of your plant-based products like any of the burgers or any of the anything along those lines, anything plant-based is usually between 2,500 to 3,000% more estrogen because it is a plant-based product. Yeah. So
I believe it or not, I mean, I had run that way when I turned 50. I went into doing this.
Yeah.
And I bulked up. Like you see that promo picture of me where I'm standing there. That was me at my peak.
Yeah, slightly jacked.
Slightly jacked. And I went to the doctor and they took because I also, funny thing is what I do is I also take a testosterone enhancement too.
Yeah, actually, you're.
And I do that because it helps the muscles recover better. It helps you work a little more. I also take an antioxidant tube before my workouts as well. So the cells get more oxygen. You get a stronger workout. So there's a method to my madness.
Yeah.
And when of course at the time I'm a type 2 diabetic, I was going in for my testing and my numbers across the board were beautiful.
That's awesome.
So yeah, everything was functioning like you're fine. You're fit as a horse. In fact, they're like you're fit as a 20-year-old for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And the only strange thing that had happened between then and now is my blood pressure actually has gotten better.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Yeah. Well, I myself have to I have to actually take testosterone injections because when I was younger, unfortunately, I was in an accident and basically the twins got killed. So, so that's why I have to use the injections. But I will tell you this though, one of my nutritionists that I work with very closely, she suggested using more blueberries and more of the darker berries. She said darker berries for the antioxidants. And I got to tell you, since I've started doing that, it's unbelievable.
Yep. One of the things I make for myself too is I make a soy milk with 2 bananas.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. And then I take some Splenda to sweeten it up.
Yeah.
And I blend that.
Yeah. And
I make a peanut butter banana shake.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because the banana thickens it and this does the peanut butter. So you don't and then if I want to at times I'll throw some creatine in it too as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get yourself or some protein powder in it. To get all those nutrients, like the protein of the peanut butter, the potassium of the banana, and the sweetness of the banana, a little touch of carb in there. And then usually dinner, we're sandwiches, that would be my carb today, or a meat and potato.
Yeah. Yeah. If you use peanut butter in the raw is typically something you buy at any of the like health food stores or stuff like that. It has no sugar. It has nothing to it. It's literally just ground up peanuts into peanut butter.
And it tastes horrible.
It does taste terrible. But I will tell you, if you mix that with some of if you take blueberries, the peanut butter in the raw and blackberries, and you just mix that all together, and then you put in some regular, just like 2% milk. I'm going to tell you right now, dude, you drink that in the morning, you will feel like you can run through brick walls. Yeah. I mean,
the other thing, because of lowering my carb intake, I was able to increase my fat intake. So butter was allowed, bacon was allowed, eggs and all that fun stuff was allowed. Steaks and burgers, chops, chicken.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I wanted to build bulk.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember my old landlord walked up. He looked at me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm working out, because he went to the same gym I did. Every once in a while, that's when he looked at me. What the hell are you doing? Because I'm all beefed up. I said, well, I'm doing this anyway. Well, keep doing it. It's working.
Yeah, you come back looking like Kong.
So I got to get back into that routine, and that'll strengthen. I need to strengthen the muscles around my neck too. My neck, believe it or not, will every once in a while. It's kind of funny. I'll turn some way, and you'll just hear a crack, and that'll be my neck.
Oh yeah.
Everybody like, oh.
If you want, actually, I have a red band from my chiropractor, and what I did is, and people may laugh at this, but I actually put a hook in a wall, and I have a chair.
Oh yeah.
And I put my head around it, and I literally bring my head forward.
Oh, I can't do that. Mild bad for me. No.
Okay. Because
they want me doing that necessarily yet. Because the whole idea is to work the muscles around the neck to push those discs and keep them into place.
Exactly why my chiropractor has me doing it.
So what I end up doing is I have bands that my physical therapist gave me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just tie them up to a doorknob, and that's what I do my. But the way I see it is, I can put a lot more weight on stuff. I can take some proteins and build some muscle.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love doing was the rowing machine, because that builds that whole.
I love my rowing machine.
Yeah, the rowing, and then even though I wasn't allowed to do it a couple of years ago, the pull downs.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to do that. And so yeah, I'll be back in the gym. What I like is my gym has all the muscle specific machines, like the biceps, so you're in perfect form when you're doing the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like necessarily working with free weights all that much. Never have.
I'm a free weight guy, and that's because when I was active duty, they gave us.
That's all you had, yeah.
Yeah, they gave us free weights, and I'm going to tell you right now, you may laugh, but we used to take a 50-pound weight, just one of the big round weights, and we used to toss it to each other.
Oh yeah.
And that's how we had like 3 people in a circle, and you tossed it to each other, and that's how you kept.
Well,
going.
you did the pass off too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That builds the lats.
Dude, that is your core. That is your core massively.
Yeah. And the nice thing is my gym has the ab machines, both forward and the lats.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of things that are going to work my core. The other thing that they have and that I need to do, which I didn't do last time, was the treadmills, because I want to get ready for that run that I got to do.
Yeah.
And I got to build my legs up. My leg strength's a little low because, for the better part of the last few years, I've been doing a lot of sitting, at least the med delivery job had me up and down. I was working a little bit, but we have digressed for the last 20 minutes or so.
Sorry, dude. Yeah. That was
not at all. It's all what we do. We're going to get off the line here quick today. Of course, got a big day tomorrow. And then I got to get back and do more paperwork. Actually, I'm going to get up early and do a couple of reports, because I'm trying to clear out all my cases that I finished. And I've gotten my FOIL requested material. I need to complete a couple of big reports. And I think I'm going to pass off the rest. So,
hey, if I could just ask everybody out there, just keep Steve in your prayers, because he's doing the right things. He's going the right direction. He's doing what needs to be done to not only make himself better for his family, but he's doing what's better to make himself better so he can go out and actually continue his research here. And that's the cool thing. He's doing what needs to be done. He's taking the hard road to make sure that he can keep everyone out here informed of exactly what's going on. Is it easy? No. Would everyone do it? Absolutely flipping not. But Steve's willing to do that because he wants to make sure people are taken care of.
Right.
So that's why, Steve, I gotta tell you, brother, I am so proud of you for everything you're doing, because, again, not everybody would do that. Literally, most people give up. You're not breaking. So
Rhonda's asking you a question. But I will say this. As far as future commitments this year, I will be doing the International Cryptozoology Museum. That's coming up this weekend. I will be doing the Whitehall Bigfoot Festival. I will be doing the New York Bigfoot Conference. Everything else right now is on hold, depending on how much time I do get off. From my understanding, I'm only going to have a few days to have off personal time to start with. So that's probably going to limit me just to the 2 in Whitehall and in Johnstown, New York. So that's going to keep me local for the rest of the year. But I will know that more by week's end. I actually may know more tomorrow. But I need to know exactly what my shifts are going to be and all that fun stuff yet going forward for the remainder of the year. I know I have an event in November in Maine that may have to change. So, we'll all have to take everything one step at a time. And I hate to do that to everybody. But sometimes priorities are what pays the bills and what, something that I've worked really hard in my life to get. I can't tell you how many times that I was like on a police department list that got overlooked, or where at one time in 98, I actually failed to run because I drove 4.5 hours. And I was actually going to be hired by the Derry, New Hampshire Police Department.
Where the hell is that?
In Derry, New Hampshire.
I've never heard of it.
Actually, Derry, New Hampshire actually has a very famous murder case where this woman was married to an attorney, and she actually had she was a school teacher, and she had her, and not only that, she was fooling around with our high school students, and she kind of talked him into killing her husband.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that was actually a movie made of that too. It was a TV movie back in the 90s or 80s, late 80s or 90s. But anyway, yeah, and what it was a December run test. Yes, Pamela Smart. Thank you, Pamela Smart. That was from Derry, New Hampshire.
Wow.
So yeah, Google that, Brian, and Pamela Smart.
I'll have to check that out.
And anyway, so I drove 4 hours to New Hampshire, and they had me get out of the car. And the first thing they were going to have us do was the run, which was a 1.5 mile run, and it was 38 degrees outside. And I had sat in my car for 4 hours. And I get a mile, about 3/4 of a mile into the run, and my hip just goes.
Oh, it's your hip. Okay, because I was going to say 1.5 miles into the run, that could be scalded lung because of the actual temperature. So
that was fine. It was my hip. My hip went and just cramped up, and I couldn't finish. Yeah. So that killed that.
Hey, can I say something to Rhonda real fast? Okay. Rhonda, do me a favor, to have a pen handy and send everything to wolfrockradio@gmail.com. Again, wolfrockradio@gmail.com. Tell me what job you're looking for and send me your resume. I will freshen that up for you. And here's why. Because, again, it's you guys out there that help Steve be everything that he is. And if I can help you guys in any way, shape, or form, then I'm more than willing to do so, because it's you guys that make Steve, you drive him. You guys actually are his fuel to be better.
Very
and that's
true.
why, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, I don't charge for stuff like that. You guys are family. What the hell would I charge family for? So please do me a favor, send it to wolfrockradio@gmail.com. Tell me what kind of jobs you're looking for. We'll go from there. But no, you guys are family. If Steve says you're family, you're family. And that means you get my services at no charge.
And, Brian, you and I have had conversations, I mean, long outside. Brian and I know each other now for what, 4, 5, 6 years now?
It was a Turkish prison. It was awesome.
all the men in gladiator suits now. No, actually, we met at Hocking Hills, and we actually, started talking at the bar, and that was it.
There was a night of Guinness. That's all.
A night of Guinness, but that was it. And he does know that. Yeah, you guys, it's you guys that drive me to keep on going, and that is the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
There's days when I'm like so discouraged at times. There's days when I just say, why is this guy selling all this crap about bad DNA on shows like The Y-Files and Joe Rogan and talking about how Sasquatch is kidnapping people?
Yes.
And you know exactly who I'm talking about. And getting away with telling these fibs, right? Some of these fibs.
Right.
And it's very discouraging at times. And it's because people don't want to hear the raw truth, and you guys do.
Yeah.
And that's what drives me. You guys want to hear the other side of the story. You guys want to hear, hey, and we have the reputation, and I'm glad to say that if I say something sounds pretty credible, most people say, okay, if Steve says it, well, that must be pretty credible.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty good, because I am so difficult on stuff.
Well, what you are is you're hardcore, and you want to make sure that if you say it, it's done right, and it's done right the first time.
Yeah.
Not the second, not the third, not the, oh, wait a minute, I kind of thought that maybe this was kind of sort of the way that kind of sort of. No, you say it right the first time, period, end of story. And if somebody has an issue with it, fine, bring it up, and you'll work with them together. That means that you actually take the time to listen to the people that are in here, in the chat, in everywhere out there, and you actually listen to them. Yeah. And you do the right thing and do the research to give them the right answer, which most people just do not freaking do. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. Steve, back to you. I apologize, Steve. I'm sorry.
What can I say to that?
But it's true, damn it.
So Kaiju Ninja asked the question. You want to put that one up, Brian?
Oh, yeah, I got you right here.
Do I really have a Bigfoot tattoo?
You don't want to see which cheek it's on. Oh, sorry, that one. Okay. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I also have a track over here. Yes, I have tattoos. Yes, I have.
And then you don't want to see where his Bigfoot family tattoo is. That's all I'm going to say right now. We can't show that on here. So
I have. I'm.
Oh no, he's got ink, guys. I'm going to tell you right. He's got ink. But no, the thing is, guys, it's this. Okay, when Steve does the research, Steve actually puts everything into the research, and I've got a 20-year sales and marketing background, so you can't BS me, because guess what? I was a paid professional BSer for 20 years. But what I like about Steve is this: when Steve tells you that something is the way that it is, he's done the research. He's got the backup. He can prove everything he says. And what he loves to do is he loves to provide that to you guys, because when you guys go out and talk to people, try and call you, and they can't try and call BS on you. But if you're using his information, they can't dispute it. And that's the cool part. They can't dispute it.
For years, for years, it was that whole Mississippi skunk ape video.
Oh, God.
And then he tracked it down to the TV show. Well, here's a TV show. Well, it shut a lot of people up for a long time.
Yeah, you did.
And that was it. That was the end of it.
And that's why I tell everybody, when you're looking for a good source to really just, again, because people, when you talk to people about
stop licking your paw
or stuff like that, when you talk to people about that and they call BS, if you've listened to Steve and you've listened to any of his podcasts or seen any of his shows, I'm going to tell you right now, they cannot dispute you. They cannot dispute you, and that's one of the coolest things about it.
Well, and when I do this research for like shows and for like programs, like I give you my, like this whole capturing Bigfoot thing, this whole thing, that's just my gut right now, because what I'm seeing, what I know, and all the arguments that are being made is based on stuff that people are making assumptions on, or people with they're hearing secondhand. And myself included. So there's nothing concrete I can provide for that yet, except for that. This is the problem with their arguments, is that none of them have seen the material. None of them have looked at it. There is material I have looked at in the Patterson-Gimlin film very seriously. And that will come out eventually. But for now, we'll just wait till October passes. And let that digest for a little bit, and then I'll do my proper follow-up if there's any needed to be done. But when I do shows like The Proof Is Out There or anything, and I talk on record, like I do a cut of video, and I haven't, it's been a couple of years since I cut a long-form video because they just don't get the views. I do them here live stream because it gets more views, right? So we've done... right now, Jen, the only place you can get him is from me.
So I had to put that one up there for you, brother, because I got my Squatch stickers.
But I'm so glad you took it. That's cool. I always do my homework when it comes to that stuff, and I always have to cross-check things. There's a couple of trains of thought here. Number one, as a journalist, you have to cross-reference your stuff. You can't always just go, you get, unless you get a good source. Like, for example, tonight, knowing that the Capturing Bigfoot documentary will be released, they have a target date of October, mid-October to late October, which actually coincides with the Patterson-Gimlin film anniversary. I got it directly from the director himself. I don't need to cross-reference that, right? Because that's a bona fide source. But when you have a source reporting on seeing something or hearing something or knowing something, you always try to find that extra extra source. Mick, and people ask, like there's pessimism. And I understand the pessimism because it's either going to tear down something you love or it's going to be something you're going to argue about saying it's wrong.
Right.
And that goes for me too. Is there parts of me wish that this film had never been made? Absolutely. It'd be nice just to go along in Candyland and live our fantasy that Patterson Gimlin film is 100% real. Now it got called into question. We gotta look inside. We gotta look inside, and it doesn't matter to me. It don't matter none. It doesn't prove or disprove what I have seen with my own eyes. What Pat Collins has seen with his own eyes. What Mick has experienced. What anybody in our chat. What anybody out there in our realm that's hearing my voice or seeing my face. Unfortunately, it doesn't change what they've experienced, regardless of what this film is. It doesn't change that thousands of people have seen these things. Thousands of tracks have been discovered in the country from the 48 contiguous states and Alaska, the 49th state. So all of this, and let's not forget Canada. So all of this is, this whole thing is irrelevant. I am not basing my research on a film that has not been proven either way, even though, some people say, well, it's been proven. No, it has not. Otherwise, science would have accepted it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's a piece of evidence that's been laying around and debated for the last 60 years now.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, let's put it to rest. It ain't going to prove nothing either way.
See, I don't care about film. Personally, I don't care about film. All I know is this. I've been out, I've had some experiences, and guess what? So I know it's there. Okay, I know it's there. I know it's real, and you can tell me as much as you want. But the point in fact is, I know it's real. And film, whatever. I could give a squat about film. My thing is now, I need to go out and do my research. They got their film. That's great. Hooray! Have a nice life. But I want to go out and do my research now to make sure that my information is correct. I don't care about anybody else's information. It's my information that holds my name. That's all I care about. Period. Story.
And when we all see this film.
Yeah.
When we all see this film, I want you all think through my lens.
Mm-hmm.
Think through my lens and you'll understand it. You all look at this through the lens of me, which God knows a lot of you have followed me for many, many years. You know my lens. So understand that there's a much more layered approach than just what you're going to see in this documentary.
Yeah.
Trust me on that one.
And you don't have to do the sound effects going. No. So that's FYI.
And I don't need to use the voice disguiser either.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Wow. Steve has apparently broken out the big voice.
Well, I can speak the rest of the show just like this.
Good Lord. All right, here we go.
Yep. Hi, Sally. Good to see ya.
We always got to have a little fun here.
That's awesome.
It is. I love this thing. I was actually on the MNBRT radio program podcast last week. We had a lot of fun because they've never experienced the soundboard.
Do you have a Roadcaster? What do you have?
I have a Roadcaster.
Okay, I've looked at a Roadcaster. I've used Allen and Heath for years, but I may need to look at a Roadcaster because that's just ridiculous.
Roadcaster is awesome.
That's ridiculous. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's ridiculous.
Here we go.
And I could do like. Yeah, so I got a lot of different things I can do.
All right, I'm going to buy a Roadcaster. Thanks for spending my money for me, Steve. Appreciate
no problem. Yeah, I plug my mic in. Everything gets fed into the Roadcaster and goes out to the computer rather than all these individual connections.
That's what I love. That's what I love. I got
and I still have my Blue Yeti mount. The Blue Yeti, before they went over to Logitech, made a really good product. But the microphones, when they started becoming made by Logitech, they had the USB plugs in the background.
Right.
In the back, right?
Right.
And the fittings inside the Blue Yetis would break.
Yeah.
I blew through one. It kind of had a real touchy one. And Chris got that one for a while. He was using that one for a while. Now he uses a Zoom mic, which was my last mic that I had, which is a great microphone. It's my backup microphone now.
Yeah.
But then I ended up getting this Rode microphone with the caster. So now I have a Rode mic here and I have a Rode mic here. When I go out and do mobile stuff, I have Rode wireless mics. I have a Rode boom mic for my GoPro. I have the wireless lavaliers. So if I want to do,
that's what I get is the wireless.
Right. So I have everything. All my recording equipment now is Rode. And the only thing I have different is my arm, which is the Blue Yeti arm still, which is a really great. It's a great friggin' arm.
Yeah, it is. It is. See, all I have
and you know, I keep mine in the down position.
Yep.
Except for my boom is overhead, not under.
Mine is under,
so that way it keeps out of my face. Yeah. And I see too many podcasters. No, Mick, MNMDRT is still doing it. In fact, in 2027, I am slated to be at the Minnesota Bigfoot Conference. I am one of the speakers of the Minnesota Bigfoot Conference. I will be able to make that one next year. So
cool,
because I'll have vacation time by that time as well. So, but you see so many, podcasters talking like this with the microphone in front of their face, and
like I do.
Well, I did that for a long time because I was missing teeth.
Okay.
Right. Now my teeth got fixed. I don't care about,
Right.
Yes, and Gwen Purcell is also the host of the co-host of the show. So yeah.
Gotcha.
As far as Mick is asking, is Abe still running? Yes.
Cool.
And so I'm going to be headed out to Minnesota next year, and I'm looking forward to the New York Bigfoot Conference this year. Looking forward to meeting Doug Hychek for the first time and Dr. Darby or Professor Darby Orcutt. I don't remember. He's not a PhD. He's a professor.
He's a PhD.
Amongst a few, and Lauren Coleman. Of course, I'll be seeing Lauren next this coming week. So anyway.
Gotta say goodnight to Susie Monster.
Good night, Susie Monster.
She's adorable.
Yes. So anyway, if that's it for tonight, I guess we can get off and get off the air. But that is what's going on with things going forward. So I'm very, very excited to. A lot of bittersweet stuff going on. I mean, I had to leave. I was very popular in the investigation business. They loved me there, and they said, well, there's not much really we can do to keep you because you're getting this, a sweet job, which will be paying you more money, which will give you better benefits and a friggin' pension plan. Yeah. So not only do I have a pension plan, they also have a retirement plan too. If I want to invest in a 401k, I can as well.
Exactly, and that's I would suggest doing that because
I get a double bubble. I think it's a 403b actually.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of fun things I can do, and I'm sure they also have the health savings plan as well, so I can put money aside for co-pays and stuff like that. And so there's all kinds of neat things. That's all going to be to the benefit because I know I'm going to have my upper teeth done fixed. You don't see those too much because I'm one of those people that you don't see my upper teeth very much. You do see my lower teeth. Yeah. There's some people you see both. Some people you just see the upper, not the lower. Yeah. And so I'm going to get my upper teeth fixed. I'm missing all of my molars just about, but bad teeth, family history.
Yeah.
Family history.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm going to get those suckers fixed and
what you doing
eventually, probably next year sometime, maybe the year after, depending on.
Yeah.
Because they're not bothering me. Yeah. So
you're doing what's right for you and your family though. And that's respectable, man. That's massively respectable.
Well, I just have me and the dogs. That's it for me and my family. But it's nice to join the law enforcement community. My son's been there for the last 5. My oldest son's been there for the last 5 years. My youngest son works for the New York State Homeland Security. He's been there for several years now.
So it's time for the old man to join up.
Right. My middle brother is retired from the police department.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was 4 years as patrolman. Then he moved into the BCI, Bureau of Criminal Investigation. He was their fingerprint and photography expert. Wow. And he did that. So at a very young age, I learned about fingerprints and stuff like that. He always taught me how to do fingerprints and how to roll them and stuff like that. It was he was having fun doing that with me.
That's awesome.
So he did that. My oldest brother was a K-9 cop in the Air Force.
Wow.
So yeah, he was military police and a K-9 handler.
Yes, that's being prior Air Force. Yeah, that's SPS K-9. So, but they were always cool, man. I like them.
And a lot of fun. So we come from a long list of people who've been involved and entangled with law enforcement. Well, not entangled, I should say. People who've been involved as members of law enforcement. Yeah, not entangled with law enforcement. I know a lot of people that have been entangled with law enforcement. Not in a good way either.
You may want to call that one back a little bit there, friend. By the way, Senator Piper, please send me your stuff, please. I want to help you out, man. So I want to help you out. So other than that, I think it's been great.
And I think it's time to go. So on that mention, Brian, you want to say goodbye to everybody? I'm going to get ready to kick us out.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everyone. It's been a fabulous time being great to hear. Goodbye.
And folks, again, you are the best audience in the world. We love you guys. Love you. And Chris loves you too. Chris will be back soon enough. Think about it. It's already July and he's coming back in about 2 more months. So
and then I'll be sleeping under a bridge, homeless. So
I know.
Think about me, feet.
But yes, so that is the rest of the story. But again, we love you guys. We couldn't do the show without you. Again, if you like the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out of here. Last one out, please turn the lights off. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And, if you want to join the membership, we're doing that forensic interviewing class. We're doing that on Mondays. We will be doing a class this coming Monday. It'll be lesson number 5. And, it's a great time. A lot of material being disseminated there. And again, membership is cheap, only at 99 cents a month at the lowest level. Of course, we don't want you to give if you can't give. So, folks, on that behalf, we love you guys, and make sure you all be safe, stay healthy, and of course, keep on squatching. We'll see you very shortly with more updates and more Bigfoot news right here on Squatch-D TV.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.